Good evening, all you fantastic stackers out there. I hope you are doing fantastic on this Tuesday, February something, 2026 here. You know, we called it. We called it. I played poorly at Top Golf on Monday, and we said that because of that, silver is the direct correlation is going to go down. And when I play well, it goes up. So unfortunately, I played poorly. And here we are on Tuesday with a down day on silver. It makes you wonder, like, I feel like silver, we've got that pretty solid channel, right? We're talking about where silver's trading at, and it's stabilizing. It's only been like a week or two. So let's wait, let's wait a few more weeks before we declare it kind of like a stabilization effect or not. Let's get the Chinese market come back up, the Shanghai exchange to come back online and see what happens. But hey, man, it's been a a wild ride a little bit, and I've seen, and the purpose of this conversation today is, I've seen a shift, right? There was this big influx of new people into the silver markets, a big influx of people, into following YouTube channels, and creating lots of new YouTube channels have started, like mine, during this bull run, and a lot of people have shifted their content and because of the growth. You're seeing subscriber counts and comments and interactions, and it can definitely affect the way you think about silver. And the purpose of today's stream is just to talk about, hey guys, it's just silver. It's just silver and gold and platinum, whatever. You get the point. But it's just precious metals. Things are going to be okay, whether they go up or down. At the end of the day, the core tenet for why you might collect or stack or whatever it is you do with silver and coinage and stuff like that, it still exists. Also, let me say my hellos to everybody before we get too deep in here. And also, yeah, some of you guys are talking about cigars this afternoon. Staple comes in and says, hey, I'm out here smoking a cigar while you're going live. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I finished a cigar myself, just back on the back patio, and decided, I'm going to come inside and relax. And I got a special little package I'm going to share from somebody in the community, which is awesome. So welcome, Staple. Welcome, Stardust Metals. It sounds like you're smoking something other than a cigar. Welcome, welcome. Action breeds success. How are you? Sober Stacker, I haven't seen you in so long, man. I saw you were, looks like you peeled back a little bit on your content drops here to about every few days, which I'm with you, man. I was doing every day, and then it got to a point where I was like, man, this isn't a job. And I'm running out of stuff that's like clever and intelligent to talk about and unique to talk about. So I kind of peeled back myself to like 1 or 2 times a week of those live streams. I haven't dropped a video in forever. I need to drop some videos. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and share some stuff, talk, chat it out. It's a conversation. You see the poll up there, guys. What are the cardinal sins of silver stacking? And I brought that poll up there because I've noticed that if I did drop videos, if I drop videos about the prices going up and speculating on the price, I'd get all these comments of people being like, oh, it's going to go down to 30. It's going to go, like you always get the contrarian, like aggressive comment, right? And then if you talk about silver going down, all of a sudden there's people popping into your chat being like, oh, you're always negative. You're so, like, it's like, yeah, whatever, like whatever, right? It's just, we're just talking about the news, the current events, what's going on here. So, Yeah, I just wanted to come in here and just chat and just talk about silver. Junk silver junkie, what's going on? Walter Thibodeau, welcome back, sir. Thanks for being here. And Mr. Happy Stacker, appreciate again all of you guys that take the time out of your day to come into the channel and drop the like button and to, become channel members. I see the swords out there in the chat. I think it's a conversation worth having, to be quite honest. So welcome, guys. Hope you're doing well. Also, if you haven't noticed, this is that old display. Speaking of cigars, this is my cigar box display, the My Father cigar box that I've converted into my Queen's Beast. I turned it into my Queen's Beast display. And you can see, guys, we are making some absolute progress. We're up to 5 coins. This is a Tudor Beast. So I'm not trying to cheat you. This one will be converted to a Queen's Beast once I've completed all the other coins. I think I have the White Horse in the mail on the way. And then I was looking at picking up the Yale, the Ram, the Goat, whatever the heck it is. That one's going to be coming soon too. I had an offer for a Falcon, but they wanted $250, and I felt like with silver at $74, I can't stomach paying $250 for a 2-ounce coin. So that's where we're at. Rural Stacker, what's up, my friend? Rural, how you doing? Anyway, also number one, we got something from old Pang Stockpiles, my friend out there in the community. He makes a lot of great videos, not just about silver and gold, but also kind of about prepping and, firearms and that kind of stuff. What is that? We got more silver coming in the mail right now? Heck yeah. Hold on. What's that other letter? For me? Okay. So I might have a couple more pieces of silver to drop out. Yeah, I've got, looks like 2 packages that come in the mail from my wife just while we were live. Look at that. So I'll get that. You were buying Yales at like 86 a few years ago. Yeah, well, Ninja, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off the $86 2-ounce coins right these days. But anyway, this is from our guy Pang. I'm going to go ahead and add him to the community swag folder. I've already sent him some community swag as well. So anyway, congratulations on winning the giveaway. I think you were live when I was, but enjoy the poker chip and ancient coin. So this is really sweet. Thank you so much, Pang. If you watch this or if you watch the VOD, man, I appreciate you. I'll make sure I throw your name in the channel description. So what do we got here from my man Pang? And one of the most important things, what's significantly more important? Significantly more important than the silver. I don't know if this is going to get through that. There we go. Nice. What's way more important than silver and gold and all that is actually the community, you guys. It's you guys being in the chat, hanging out, having conversations. It's all of you that have joined the Discord and just want to have conversations about investments and metals and prepping and all that kind of stuff. Like that's the benefit I get out of this. That's why I enjoy talking about this stuff and being here as often as I can be. But anyway, we got this ancient bronze coin here. This says ICG Genuine Roman Empire 27 BC to 476 AD. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? I mean, this is sick. This is obviously the first one I've ever had of this. This is the first IGC graded coin as well that I own. And yeah, we're looking at this thing. So this ancient Roman coin from an era long gone. I think that's really, really cool. Thank you so much, Pang, and I appreciate that. I won a giveaway that I didn't even know that I was a part of, so how cool is that? And he followed through and he sent it out, so really, really great on him. Thank you so much, man. And then also, here we go. We got the Pang Stockpiles poker chip, and this poker chip does kind of like tell you a little bit about Pang Stockpiles himself. He's got the silver, gold, and copper with his little smelting picture right there, because he does casting and stuff. He does like sand casting, and he does pours and all that kind of cool stuff. And your lack of copper is disturbing, and he's got all these rounds of ammunition stacked up in a nice orderly fashion. I think that goes to show you, everything you need to know about this guy Pang. I like this guy a lot, and I think he and I would have a lot of fun out at the gun range if we ever hooked up, sometime. That would be a really good time. We just talk metals and life and, fire off some rounds, send some lead down range. And whoo, boy, that's great. What's up, Kalila, my man? Kalila, how you doing? Another great member of the community as well. There's Pang. There's old Pang. Everybody say hello, Pang. Thanks, Pang. Dude, Pang, this is awesome. I really, I want to get back into making videos about the 90% and stuff and just the history of it, and chasing numismatics and chasing rare dates and key dates. So this is really awesome, dude. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add him on there. Khalil, what are you doing? I'm off the talk me off the ledge, homie. Given today's dip, there's a bar I want on sale, 10 ounce and 1 ounce. Decide if I should get it. I think you should get it, man. I think you should get it because it's just silver. It's just money. What's the worst case, Khalilo? You go out and you spend your money on something that is consumable that will just go away, or do you go out and spend your money on something that will last a lifetime or last as long as you want to hold on to it, right? So whatever your goals are, but I think if there's something out there that you really really want and you can afford to get it, I do think the price is going to go down a little bit more. I really do. I don't think that we're going to stick to 75 and 85 silver the rest of this year. I think we will see a little bit more of a dip before we stabilize. But hey, what do I know? Again, I'm just a random dude who has hands in silver on the internet. So who knows? But that's my prediction, is that we do kind of tickle a little bit lower number as we get closer and closer to the 200-day moving average, and then we stabilize. So let me look at this. So yeah, we got you added up there again. If you've got poker chips and stickers and you want to be a part of my little community swag program, and we pass and trade stuff off, I'm so more than happy to participate in that. I have all my poker chips and stickers always available for people that want them as well. So I've got another like 90 of them. So there's mine. I'll put that on the screen right there. And yeah. So yeah, just hanging out, man. This is what it's about. Like all you guys just coming in here and saying hello. OC Omega Stacking, I had a question for you. You did a mail call video today. Oh, speaking of which, mail call, yeah, I've got like 2 packages that just came in, so I'll open these up. They're so light, they've got to have gold and silver in them. So we'll check those out, what they came in. I had a question for you, OC Omega Stacking. I've been watching some of your shorts and videos and things, and you look like you are into collecting pocket knives. Is that true? Or are you a pocket knife connoisseur? And if so, like what is a high quality pocket knife you recommend people look into getting to make sure like they have an everyday carry pocket knife? What do you recommend, bud? But yeah, appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see. I got my box open here. This is from package number 1. Oh, okay. This is from SD Bullion. This is my way overpriced 2016 MS70. It should be at least. But hey, you know what? I do believe in these. I do believe that these 2026 American Silver Eagles, I think for some reason, like I said, the worst case with these American Silver Eagles that I bought is that I will have a moment of time to remember this wild market that we're in. It'll be a memento that I can put in the shelf. But here we go. Has a ton of blades, super cool stuff. Yeah, I was checking it out, Rural. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So here we go. Oh man, this is beauty. This is a beauty. I mean, obviously it's an MS70 from NGC, so it doesn't get much better than that. But it's a first day of issue MS70 2026 Eagle Series 1. There she is right there. What a looker, man. Oh, looking good. Solid looking coin. And then the reverse here, we've got our oh wait, no, this is Series 2, isn't it? With the Eagle in landing. I think so. But yeah, look at that. Look at that sucker right there. Man, that's slick. Happy to add that again. Happy to add that to the collection. Obviously, that's why I bought it, but yeah, that's gonna be nice. I've also got the I got another one coming on the way, so we'll see what happens when that gets here. We'll share it. I love the blue one he's been using. Oh, for the talking about his knives. Yeah, a lot of people. Okay, so a lot of people in the channel know OC Omega Stacking. I just got introduced to him last live stream. So here's what we picked up, guys. So these are, oh wow, these are Morgans. Is that what? Oh, this is so cool. Hold on, this is sweet. So they sent me. I did the random half ouncers. So half ounces of silver. These are really nice. Wow. So this is what they gave us. I like doing the random all the time because one, you get a pretty good price when you get the random coinage like this. Hold on. But this one's a Morgan. So this is a half ounce of silver, half ounce of pure silver in the form of a Morgan silver dollar. How cool is that? And these things are minty fresh, man. Sometimes you get these random years and stuff like that, and they don't come minty. They come with like spots, or they come with dings or whatever. But these look sick. I'm really happy with that. Appreciate you. This one's got a little bit of a milk spotting down there, so not perfect there, but hey, you know, it looks pretty solid. Looks like a pretty nice, shiny, almost looks like a proof coin if this were a little bit frosted up there. Very cool. So that's in one box. I didn't expect to do like a freaking box opening right here, but here we go. Okay, just keep a carry any type of knife you need. Maybe one day everyone will carry knives too. Yeah, I think that most men probably carry some form of a pocket knife. You know, there's always a world in which, like a situation in which you need a pocket knife. You know what I mean? So I keep an eye out for them. I just recently picked up a buck knife, really nice, high quality steel buck knife that I threw into my prep bag, but I might pick up another one for my EDC. We'll see. I don't know how to get into this package. This package is really sealed up well. Let me see if I can get into this guy. 1 second, folks. I might talk amongst yourselves while I figure out how to get into this box. This thing is taped like it's gonna travel the entire globe. Hold on, let me rip into this sucker. Oh yeah. When in doubt, brute strength will get you through most things. Hit the like button. I appreciate you shouting it out. Here we go. So we've got this. I don't want to say who it's from because it might be somebody. It looks like it might be a private address. Cutting. I'm giving you the play-by-play. I'm cutting into this. This thing is taped like, yeah, ferociously. I got the box open and now the bag is all taped up too. Problem is I don't know what I ordered. This could be something coin or not coin. I don't know. Goodness gracious. Probably sounds like a ravaged dog over here trying to get into this thing. All right, I think I got it open. Oh, hey, you know, it's never a bad day when you just get random gold in PAMP or whatever in assays. So what are these? I don't. What do we got? 1 gram and 1 gram. So we've got 2 grams of gold. I honestly didn't remember even ordering this, so thanks. But so we got an IGR and an IAR. Gram gold. Oh, can't see the backside on that side. That's weird. Normally you can see the back of the assay there, but yeah, here we go. So hey, we got some gold today. We got some silver today. Again, you know, I think Kalilo right there was saying. Kalilo was talking about, you know, should I buy this 1 ounce bar, 10 ounce bar, whatever. You know what? Look. If you are stacking for just building your stack, then I think that you should absolutely just keep buying. You know, if you can afford it, if it's not breaking your budget, if you can still handle all your other obligations and debts, I don't see any issue with buying stuff that you want. And there's lots of worse ways to spend your money in America in 2026. You know what I mean? A lot of other ways. So there we go. We've got some stuff there. Yeah, it's the staple for those of you who don't know. It's the staple, the multi-billionaire who you know, graces us with his presence from time to time. I think he might be the only mod on the channel too. What we got going on here? I got 151 subscribers. Nice. Yeah, the subscriber counts come and go. They go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. You just keep grinding away. Buy the random and get the Snoop Dogg Olympic coin. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know if that's what they're gonna give us or not. So we got TFT in the house as well. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, there. Howdy, shiny, happy silver people. What's up? Yeah. Just rolling back up while I was going through that. Doesn't know consumable or waste money. He doesn't comprehend your language. Yeah, Kalilo has unlimited precious metals funds. It must be nice. It must be nice. So the rest of us will just get through this. You know, let me get this guy back on the track too. Nobody cares about the there we go. We got the Roman coin. Awesome Roman coin. We've got our new first day of issue American Silver Eagle 2026. I'm happy to get this. I got one more coming. Just adding to my collection there. Got a couple grams of gold. Just keep stacking the inventory. And the next thing you know, you look up and you got way more than you ever expected. And we got these 2 little Morgan $1/2 half ounces, which are really cool. I think I'm almost to the point where I have a full tube of 25 half-ounce silver coins. So I like that. I like to give my money to charity, but when she isn't there, I will give it to Candy or Angel. Oh, it took me a second. It took me a second, Rural, but I'm tracking with you now, okay? I got you. It did take me a minute. Oh, you goofy guy. But yeah, silver's silver. Silver, silver. And, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to hear people talk bad about something that you're investing in, or you don't want somebody to go counter to your argument. And I think Thousandaire, I think most of us listen to Thousandaire Radio, really just great channel, funny guy. And in the midst of his comedy, he drops I think he just dropped some very solid analogies that are very relatable for most people. And I enjoy talking about that. I enjoy talking about like all the different possible outcomes. That's the way my mind works, is I go, all right, what is the most likely scenario? Fine for me. And then what are the other possible scenarios that exist, right? That I could probably plan for or make some sort of, just some sort of hedge into or something like that, right? And that's the way my mind works, is I'm just always thinking, overthinking, probably more than anything, overthinking everything, second guessing myself. So I seek out people that oftentimes don't just paint one picture over and over and over again, that they're able to adjust and flow with the changes. But I'm always buying. And I said that from $50 when I think we started this channel around the $45 to $50 mark of silver. I'm pretty sure I could go back to my first couple of videos and see what we were saying. And I've been buying all the way up, and I will continue to buy all the way down, because my strategy and my plan was created when silver and gold were at $18 to $20 in silver and something like $1,700 gold. So why would my strategy change? Now, the only thing that's changed is I don't buy as big of quantities, right? Like I would be buying 1 ounces of gold at a time if gold was still $1,700, but because it's $5,000 or $4,900, I'm buying more like 1/10, right? 1/20, 1 grams, which are like 1/31, and it's just because the amount of money I want to spend is there. What's up, Kentucky Fried? Hey, I like whatever they got on sale. Yeah, dude, Kentucky Fried. The core of my stack. Some people call it their deep stack. I have 2 stacks, I guess you could say. Well, maybe 3. Maybe I have 3 different stacks that I would qualify them as. My first stack is this kind of stuff. It's just random, generic, bullion, half ounce, 1 ounce, 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars, 1-ounce rounds, etc. Right? It's just whatever. Okay. My second stack would be my 90% constitutional silver. That actually makes up a decent chunk, man. That's I've got something like 500 half ounces. So what's that? $250 face. And I didn't get it all at once. I got it over time, but man, that stuff adds up quick, doesn't it? And I include my gold and my platinum are kind of like part of the core stack, right? They're just metals. They're just, financial stability and hedges, and they're going to be there probably for the rest of my life. Maybe in retirement, if I need something huge and I don't have the cash for it, I'll dip into it to cover the expense, right? And then my third stack, I guess I would say, would be my graded stuff. The unique graded stuff, that isn't really something that I would ever consider selling. It's stuff that I find interesting or cool, or that has a historical value or numismatic value, or it's just a unique collector's piece. Like, I'll get really nice proof Franklins for my albums or something, right? That's the kind of stuff that, like, again, when I factor in the value of these things, I guess I show what I'm pointing at. When I factor in the value of these things in my stack, I base it off of the current spot price. I don't even consider the premium. I don't have anything listed as like, oh, this should demand a 50% premium or a 25% premium over spot. No. Every single thing that I have is in my inventory or value as just spot pricing. Now, if I were to ever sell it and I were to get more, congratulations, great. Who cares, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just silver. It's just silver. It's just gold. It's just precious metals. You gotta catch yourself. You gotta catch yourself from getting way too attached or emotional, right? There's only there's only one thing I think in this life that you should truly, well, maybe not one thing, but you truly covet and actually give your life and soul to, right? And the rest are just material possessions that can come and go. And when it was funny is when you said rural, when you go, hey, I give to charity, I was actually gonna say I agree with you. But that was before I realized they were names of pole dancers. But I was gonna say is like one of the charities I love to give to personally is St. Jude Children Research Hospital. And the reason I give to them is I feel like I am, blessed by God to have a strong, healthy, intelligent family around me, meaning my wife and my kids, right? And I couldn't imagine having to, deal with the life challenges, right? Of having a child going through, potentially life-threatening terminal cancer or some disease or illness that our world hasn't quite figured out and knows how to treat. And the fact that they, I feel like I'm plugging a charity right now, which I'm not, give to whoever and whatever is important to you. I give to like 5 different charities. A few of them are veterans assistance and veteran suicide assistance and stuff like that. A church, and then of course St. Jude. And then sometimes I'll pick like another random charity, either an environmental charity or another children's hospital type charity. But anyway, the reason I do that is because I just feel like, you know what? If I'm in a position to have been so fortunate and so blessed to not have to deal with that thing in my life right now, and I can afford to give and support others, I want to make sure that the money I give goes to the people that I want to support. And it would be nice if like our tax dollars and stuff did that as well. I just don't believe in it as much. I just like to have more control. So anyway, yeah, I do think charity is an important part of it. And it's not really a part of your stack, right? It's not really a part of anything other than just a good conscience, trying to do something for other people. So anyway, that's what I do. I still do charities. I was joking. I know, Roar. I know. I got you. I slowed down buying once it hit 80. Highest I paid was $90 for silver. Gold still buying. Yeah, I paid like 100. I think I bought silver. Again, I'm not any better than anybody else, right? I don't know what the top was going to be. I can't predict the tops. I can't predict the bottoms. I can just do my best to speculate and guess, just like anybody else can. And so when I was buying at $115 silver, it was because, well, what happens if it does go to 150 or 200? Would I be sad or upset or disappointed if I didn't buy something, even though it was at 115? I was like, yeah, I would be more okay with buying when I wanted to buy with money that I wanted to spend and it going back down than I would be not buying and it keeps going up. And then I feel like, hey, I missed that opportunity too. So, and I did convert silver to gold. I did take advantage of the high silver to gold ratio and I converted. You spent $1,000 today on silver, Catcom. Awesome. Catcom, how you doing, by the way? Chadwick, what's going on, everybody? Catcom, what'd you pick up, man? What'd you pick up? I mean, obviously, I picked up some new silver, too. If you're just joining us, we got some new items on the board here that we just picked up. Some of these $50, some of these gold grams. I think I just bought a 5-grammer, too. Yeah, I did. So I just bought a 5-gram piece of gold as well. So that'll be cool to pick up. Obviously, we got, got the new coin that we just got, courtesy of Pang as well. And then we got the American silver ring. I got more on the way. I've got more silver and gold on the way in order. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Big green stacker in the house, dude. What's going on? Don't forget about the auction for St. Jude next month. I didn't on Ida's channel. I'm not familiar with who Ida is, Walter, and I'm not familiar with the auction that they have going on. But I am all in. I like to participate in the live auctions for precious metals. I really do. They're a good time, and really the main thing for me is I get to see unique stuff that I wouldn't see otherwise, right? That's really the main reason why I excuse me. That's really the main reason why I go to those auctions. It's not that I really need anything. Greetings from Florida, sir. Oh, you bought 10 Morgans. But yeah, the auctions are a lot of fun. I mean, that's where I picked up these silver certificates. I always wanted one, and I always wanted some, and this guy had some, and nobody was really bidding on them. So I messaged him and said, "Hey, I'll take 5 of them if you want." It supports the auctioneer, right? Sure, I may have paid a little more than than it's worth, but who cares, right? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't know who Ida is. Is that a specific YouTube channel I can go check out? there's a lot of channels out there, and I don't get them all blasted into, you know, my my YouTube feed, I guess you could say. But yeah, so where we currently are at with silver and gold, market is closed. We'll open in about 20 minutes. We're at 4,877 gold, which was down 2.3%. Silver is down 4%, down to 73.41. Platinum is down 1.8% to 2004. Palladium is down 3.65% to 1665. So some opportunities out there as well to pick up some cool stuff. You're back, all set. Thanks, Kalila. Appreciate you being back. Yes, yesterday's live stream, or yesterday or 2 days ago live stream, I threw up the link for people to come on live and chat with me, and nobody did it. So I don't know if I didn't do it today, unfortunately, but I won't, you know, if you guys ever want to really, like, I can always set up the, you know, the live stream chats if that's something y'all are interested in. Warhammer weekend times. There's some great technicals that imply we are looking at support still at 60 and long form support and the 50s. Yeah, Warhammer. I see the same things you see. Warhammer, it sounds like. And also great game, great lore, great game, everything. But I saw the same exact channels that you saw, Warhammer, when I was looking at silver. And the primary factor for that for me was where the 50-day moving average was located. So when you're looking at that, you know, it's like, if you're going to do like a little bit of a trend line plus the 50-day moving average, I agree with you. I think we see 60s, low 60s this year at some point. And then I think that's where we find that support level. And I think that's when we start to hopefully see a more steady incline in price, you know, a more controlled incline. But yeah, I like that name, Warhammer weekend times. That is that sounds like a fun show to watch, you know, watch some Warhammer battles out there. Thanks for the push. You got the order done. Welcome back, Kalilo, and I hope you enjoyed that 10-ounce bar that you picked up. And you know, hey, again, it's just silver. It's just silver. I'm holding cash for 60 before short squeeze. Warhammer, I am holding a portion. I guess I'll be more frank. I'm holding $5,000. I've got $5,000 that I am looking to deploy into silver and gold, primarily gold, but some silver as well, once I see the prices hit certain targets as well. And the rest, what I'm doing is I've already pulled that money out. Like, that money is already in cash, ready to go, pulled it out of the banks. And the rest I'm just buying is like just a few $100s here, a few $100s there, you know, stuff like that. We're all giving up high premiums for Lent, or are we? Or TFT says for Lent we're gonna give up paying premiums, which is funny because up here on the screen, what I do is I take these 4 sites. Now I know there's more sites out there, and I can pull them up too if I need to, but I take these 4 sites and I have them automatically load on their deals and clearance page. Right now, you know, I mean, there's not great deals out there. There are pretty high premiums on stuff, but there's some stuff like some of these sovereign gold coins and such. If you can spend an ounce, you can get some pretty decent prices, I think, on the sovereign stuff or the pre-32 333 type stuff. Yeah, I want 200 more ounces to make an even 1,000. Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get the Kentucky Fried. I don't know, you know, again, I don't know how much you buy every week, but just keep plugging away at it, and it'll happen when it happens. You know, we get I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm speaking out loud, you know, but sometimes I feel like we get so excited to meet our goals that we make sort of irrational decisions in the moment. You know, maybe you see silver goes down $6 and you're like, you know, hey, I gotta buy it. Well, you know, like, buy it if you can, but you don't have to, right? Just take a second, breathe, you know. Kalilo and I were talking, I think, one day where we both kind of said, I think it was you, that Kalilo, where we said we sometimes put stuff into our cart. We'll put stuff into our cart and then we'll like close the browser for a few days or a day and see if we still really need it or want it, and then you pull the trigger, right? We'll see what happens. Oh, you just made a purchase on Bullion Brothers. Okay, Bullion Bros. I don't think I've ever shopped with them. I have purchases on 5 of the dealers, which are SD Bullion, JM Bullion, Monument Metals, Money Metals, and what was that other one? I think it's APMEX, where I've actually made purchases from with my ACH, and we've got accounts and transactions done. But yeah, we'll see. Um, oh, you just made a purchase on Bullion Brothers, right? Okay. Those numismatic coins keep getting in my collection instead of weight, but I'm good with it. Yeah, exactly. It's not the best. The premiums on the numismatic stuff, like if you're getting them for a round spot or around what you would be getting a raw coin for, like why not? Go for it. Who cares? It's worse. It's gonna work out. Culver's walleyes. Oh gosh. Oh, are you buying fish, Chadwick, at a store? What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Uh, those dang numismatic coins. Diversifying resources are nice, but it's best to chase contentment. The cart is calling you, Kalilo. Exactly. Hero Bullion. So funny enough, is Hero Bullion, I think Staple, you were saying that you recently purchased from Hero Bullion and you got something totally different than what you expected, didn't you? Like, you went from getting a raw Canadian maple to getting like a graded, Olympic Canadian maple or something crazy. But there's the, speaking of the Snoop Dogg rounds, there's the Snoop Dogg rounds. I'll be honest though, for 42.12, that's putting at what, $84 an ounce for that. I mean, that's a little high for half ouncers, but you can get those. This one's pretty good. I mean, I guess relative, but yeah, there's pre-33 graded coins. There's not many great deals out there. That's what I've noticed. This is not bad if you want a 100-ounce bar for 7,900. That's a little bit, obviously if you think the price is going to go down, you can wait a little bit. But there's not many great deals out there. I watch these quite often to see what the trend is, what's selling, what's not selling, what's important. We have walleyes fillet. Oh, you're talking about Lent. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. Buy the dip. 6Bs is coming in here saying buy the dips. I buy all the dips, man. I'm just always buying. I'm always, I guess I'm just like looking for just trying to add. We got the William Wallace coin, which is funny, is I just listened today while I was reading a little bit this afternoon. I had the Braveheart soundtrack on in the background, and then I get presented with a William Wallace coin. So somebody convince me that we don't live in a simulation. All right, please convince me. We'll see. This right here is something that I really want to have in my stack. This is actually partly what I am saving my cash for. Is I really do want to buy an American gold buffalo. I don't own one. I would like to have one. This is one of my favorite gold coins, and the 50 peso Centenario is another coin that I want in my collection. But again, price of gold went up so high. I'm okay waiting. See what all Money Metals. Money Metals has like the worst clearance section, like how they display it with this little scroll bar here. But you could always, they always have decent prices. I think on some 90%. When I go to buy 90%, the most often place that I buy from is right here on Monument Metals. I find some really decent deals. If I go here, silver and tubes, and then I look at these half dollars, $500. I bought one of these just recently for $700. So I will be probably picking up some. I think I'm going to pick up some American Silver Eagles. Oh, sorry, Americans. Silver Walking Liberty half dollars for $500 for 20 of them. That'll probably be a purchase soon. I've been buying these two, these LP barbers, because these are oftentimes sold out. I will caution you though, guys, if you do buy the LP barbers, be aware they will send you slicks. Like unabashedly, they will send you some slick coins. It's about half, and they will send you some decent coins. But I got a good range of dates and mintages, so I was happy with it. I was filling out some of my albums, so I might pick up some more of these LP barbers. My objective here was to purchase the older half dollars in the collections to fill those up a little bit before I go back into the Franklins and the 90% Kennedys. I'm not a fan of collecting the Kennedys just because I already have some, and since they're all the same date, I don't have as much enthusiasm about them. Does that make sense? Whereas I can get these, I can get multiple different dates, multiple different like textures and tonings, and the mintages, and it's just, I don't know. I'm finding it more fun to collect the older half dollars. So that's just for me. But I do find Monument Metals is some of the best prices on online, just to be clear. I'm not talking about like what you can get on private sales if you buy under spot, or if you've got an LCS that's selling under spot, highly recommend you go there first. But if you're like me and most of your purchases are online, here we go. Chadwick, you like the Buffaloes as well. They have the most vibrant finish. I think that they just I think that, you know, the Buffaloes, they look like just a gold nugget. You know what I mean? The super shiny gold, it's okay, but it looks kind of fake. You know what I mean? Like, whereas that gold buffalo, man, that gold buffalo to me just looks like a hunk of gold, just nugget, just sitting there on the countertop. I really like them. I don't even remember where I found the gold buffalo. Was it money? No, I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Maybe it was Monument. But yeah, buffaloes look cool. There's no disclaimer here. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their money. We're not predicting anything. They know it's a disclaimer. The 80s cat. What's up, brother? How you doing here? Also, I didn't say it, but Bracken Family Life Adventures, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We had the subscriber count, man. It's been unbelievable, the support that this community has given. I can't thank you guys enough. You know, I know subscriber count's not that important in the grand scheme of things. For me, it's more like the audience, the live audience numbers, and how many people actually are engaging with the channel and watching and communicating. You want a big 100-ounce bar? See, I actually don't want a 100-ounce bar or a kilo. Not kilo. Or the 1,000-ounce bars, simply because for me, those are going to be so hard to offload to anybody. They would have to be a situation where, like, I was trading those for, I don't know, some sort of what's it called, like a land purchase or a real estate purchase. I just don't see what I would ever do with 100 or 1,000-ounce bar, personally. Yeah. Buy the dips, you'll have plenty of opportunity. The last one lasted 13 years. That's true. That is true, 80s. So if we do go into like that, you know, that bottom channel, which I would say that the bottom would probably be $30 or so an ounce. That's where I would see like a true bottom. You know, what is it? It was like 18 years or 13 years where it was between what, 15 and 20. How many here would be mad if it went back to that? Because if you're trying to stack, you're trying to build up your collection, that's a really good opportunity there. My LC shop has very little collector coins. Okay. Don't hit the refresh button. Did something bad happen? I don't know. What happened? What do I think about goldbacks? Kentucky Fried. Look, I'm gonna be frank. I think goldbacks are very interesting, cool little collectibles. They are not for me in terms of stacking. I feel like when gold price is running up, you know, they have like that set rate of the exchange rate that they determine themselves and all that stuff. So sure, when gold is continuing to go up, they seem okay in terms of valuation, but I don't see any purpose in I don't see any point in paying 2x the premium just for something that I can never actually like convert to gold. That's all. But I love the art. I do really enjoy the art. I like what they're doing. I like their philosophy of trying to create, you know, gold tangible marketplace, right? I do like that. I mean, the only one I've got, I was given as a gift. I got it right here. I can show you. This was the one that I received, and I kept Fish's sticker in it because, you know, Fish is the one that gifted me this. But I do have a nice older goldback, the one goldback from New Hampshire. And again, I really like what they're trying to do, right? You know, and they're going from state to state right now, and they're issuing new goldbacks, and the art looks really cool. And I like that they commemorate historical pieces from the states. But again, for me, if I'm buying gold, Catcom or Kentucky Fried, and I don't have my gold with me right now, but I buy the fractional stuff. That's why I have these grams. You know, I have these grams. I like the dos peso. I like the dos y media pesos. If I'm gonna buy lower cost gold, I would rather buy closer to spot priced physical gold rather than the goldback myself. But I do understand that goldbacks are a very affordable way for people to pick up small, you know, very small, tiny incrementation of gold. What does it go to, like 1/1000s or 1/2000s, right? Because isn't there a half goldback? So it goes all the way to 1/2000th. My only issue is then again is that it's just like it's like flake of gold inside like in the thing itself. So it doesn't feel as real to me. But hey, if all 50 states adopt it and it becomes a very good network, I think that those of you who got in early you'll probably be happy you got in, right? Fingers crossed that the American Eagle come back one day as a fair selling price considering the premium to purchase. We'll see. I really wish that the US Mint would consider making a half-ounce eagle or even a quarter-ounce American silver eagle. I think that would be really nice gesture to people to make a little bit more affordable of a coin that people can pick up. That is, try pouring a gold back. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm getting at. Cotcom is like it's just also mostly. I'll be quite honest with you guys on all the auction sites and peer-to-peer networks and stuff. I don't really ever see anybody saying that they want to buy goldbacks. I see most people trying to sell goldbacks, and they always try to sell them for just a little bit under the exchange rate. But even then, it's still almost 2x, 100% premium, right? Over the cost of, fractional gold. If you want to just buy it in small denominations, go buy grams, go buy 1/100ths, right? That's another way to do it. Again, everybody's got their own opinion on this stuff. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. I'm just explaining the way I view fractional gold and how I buy fractional gold. I like to buy this stuff, man. I really do. I just enjoy. I don't know. There's something about this little gram of gold versus this giant gold back. I have to protect this thing. I don't want it to get all bent and wrinkled and scratched. This thing nothing's gonna ever happen to this thing, right? I could probably run over this with my truck and not have to worry about it. And then also when I go, if I do need to sell and I go into an LCS or something like that, like I kind of know what they're going to give me for this. Whereas even though there's an exchange rate, they may not actually want it. I don't know. But eventually the market will build up, right? Eventually the market will build up and hopefully more and more states will respect it and build a transactional system with it. And maybe in 5 years they have 100,000, unique businesses that all have the ability to accept goldbacks and silverbacks, and that would be awesome. I think that would be an awesome future. That's the future I want to live in, right? What's going on, Vegas Stacker, my man? I always appreciate you guys hopping in here and saying hello as well. So yeah, today's conversation is just more of a chill, relax. I'm not going to be doing a bunch of crazy charting. I'm not going to be doing a bunch of crazy speculating. It's just a conversation today for a little bit here, just talking about silver is silver, guys. It's not the end all be all to our lives. There's a lot of more important things: your health, your intelligence, continuing to grow as a human being, taking risks, start a business, do something, right? Go build something, go produce something, go offer your time to support those in need. Go to a food bank and support, go to a church and support on one of their events that they're throwing. Those things are, to me, are so much more important than the price of silver going up and down. But I understand that we are all here, and we're all kind of the common denominator for us all here is that we do stack precious metals and we appreciate precious metals, and they serve a purpose in our financial plans. Even if that plan is different for everybody, they still serve a purpose. And so that's our common theme, right? Something that we can constantly talk about. Heck, yesterday we were talking about all sorts of craziness, man. I mean, we were drifting yesterday. I guess I shouldn't say we. I was drifting a bit yesterday into all sorts of different things. But it was fun. It was just a fun conversation. Update on the book club. Yeah, I was waiting till March, Stable, to change the book. I do know what the next book's going to be. And the next book is going to be Ray Dalio's The Changing World Order. Current book is Dark Pools. I only know one person that actually bought the book and read it. After I get through The Changing World Order, I'm going to read a book that somebody in the community recommended to me, actually, which is, what is it? Right over here. Death by Socialism. So I'm going to read that one next. But I do want to kind of get into some world history. So I want to get to I want to start reading some books from actual British authors about UK, finances and stuff. I want to read books from Chinese authors about the Chinese finance and economy and stuff like that. Because, if I feel like, you know, you want to break through biases and you want to read from the source and how they feel about things. And I think it's important to do that. Anyway, but yeah, Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. I think there's a lot of insight to what happens when nations' reserve currency status starts to fail, when their currency in general starts to fail, and them as a nation start to fail. And there was a lot of value, I think, from that book. So I'm going to highly recommend that people bring that book up. The Great Influenza from John Barry. Okay, yeah, there's another. So I am or join my Discord. The Discord link is in the description. If you're not, you know, inclined to set up an account on Discord, I understand. But if you do have a Discord account or it's easy for you to set one up, that is the place where we also throw like lots of recommendations on YouTube channels. We have conversations about off-topic stuff, off of metals. We talk about books. We talk about all sorts of stuff there. So my point with that is simply that I have a laundry list of books that I've already purchased that I need to read through. I'm talking probably another 4 months of books that I need to read. And then I'm going to get into taking new recommendations to go from there. But for now, we're kind of like taking it back a little bit, you know? Relaxing a little bit on purchasing books. So too many things to read and to experience, but it's great. YouTube videos are great for that too. Like if you find a good informative YouTube channel, it is nice. It is nice. What's up, everybody? Reckless Collections. Thanks for being here. But yeah, Chadwick, please, you know, in another month or two, after we've gone through a few more books here, please throw out the recommendations on people. And, you know, again, maybe people aren't interested in reading my book. Go out there and check out The Great Influenza from John Barry, from recommended from Chadwick, right? So yeah. So how is everybody feeling about silver's price declining? Okay, we have now had pretty consistently here for, I'd say, 2 weeks, right? We've had a pretty consistent. I said I wasn't going to do charting, and look what I'm doing. I'm talking about charts, but we've had since about right here. Oh, look, the channel still fits on the 1 month chart pretty dang good. I could move that line up a little bit, but since about right here, right? What day is this? January like 28th, something like that, 29th. That's when we started the actual descent. And the reason I say it's a descent is because when we look at these these highs, right? These highs keep getting lower and lower and lower. So in the short term, right, we're in a slight bear market for the short term, I think. And I do think that we continue this trend. I do think that we get probably down here to like 60. Man, this pencil, like where my pencil is located and where the pencil is actually writing are so much different, but we're trying to go about 65. I think that this is going to be the place that we end up here. Maybe I can make this look. Maybe we just do lines. Somewhere down here. I think that's where we're going to see the next level. And then the current the current 200-day moving average is around 51, 52. And that's going to continue to go up over time because, you know, it's a moving average. And so as we keep going into these higher and higher moments, it's going to keep kind of drifting up. But I think that that's going to be where we sort of stabilize the downward trend. And then, you know, who knows what will happen? Slow is better, right? Yes, exactly. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? So to speak. And we'll be there. Big Green Stacker, what do you got? I like the goldbacks. They are made to be used as currency at stores that accept them and not really a stackable bullion. Yeah, Big Green Stacker. Again, the only problem I have with it, Big Green Stacker, is well, that's not the only problem. The exchange rate is decided by the people that create the actual goldback. That's a little bit of a conflict of interest when there's not an open, transparent market. Because if there was an open market, technically goldbacks, you know, could be selling and trading for a lot less than the posted exchange rate. But everybody sort of agrees to that system. If that system ever breaks, you know, there might be trouble. Also, if price of gold, like, were to, like, let's say gold was going down 10% every single month for like 6 months, right? Or something like that. Goldbacks would not be the thing that people would be running to, right? They would not be like, hey, I can't wait to buy more goldbacks. I don't think on the downtrend. I think people would be happier with like physical gold. But anyway, the fact that I have to pay twice as much for the gold back as the gold is worth, I feel like any store that accepts gold backs today would probably also accept gold. And if I can get a better premium on the gold, I'll just buy the gold. So, but again, I'm talking about today. That may change in the future, though. There may be a future state where there's more of an equilibrium between all these things, and there's more, I don't know, there's more acceptance of them across the country and across the world. And then in that situation, yeah, they will probably retain their value even better. And obviously, they'll be more sought after and things like that. We're just not there yet. Have a great date night, Catcom. Thanks for hopping in and saying hello when you could. I appreciate that very much, man. Thanks. TFT is answering the question is how's everybody feeling? He says that I'm okay with silver declining, makes it easier to stack, in it for the next 30 years. Yeah, that's, there's no right or wrong with stacking, I guess, but that's the way I am looking at it too. I have such a long time horizon with silver and gold that, I didn't really want it to get to 120 as fast as it did, man. I really didn't. It was exciting. It was fun to report on. It was exciting seeing numbers go up, right? Numbers go up. That was all exciting, but it was just too fast, man. It made me so uncomfortable. I sounded like such a little chicken, chicken little, right? Because I kept saying how I wasn't comfortable with the price increasing so fast, but I was part of this system, right? So I'm like, I might as well ride it. Might as well ride it out and see what happens. So I feel like, this is, remember was it Christmas Day or something? I can't remember what day it was. Maybe it was Thanksgiving Day or something. We just had it just was such a boom from, I think it was Thanksgiving to New Year's. The price skyrocketed. And then it did again from January to the end of January. It just kept skyrocketing, uncontrollable. And they kept changing all the rules and, the COMEX and all this and stuff, trying to slow it down. They couldn't do it. And now here we are. Now we're slowing down. So what's the catalyst, right? That's the question. What's going to be the next catalyst that can make the price really go up fast? Maybe the COMEX having issues with defaulting or a lack of faith in the COMEX, or maybe there's going to be some sort of, I don't know. I keep hearing that there's some kind of big plans for the 250th anniversary on July 4th, 2026. Coming out of Washington. Maybe they make a definitive currency change. Maybe they introduce a new currency or a new stable coin, or they, and all that kind of stuff. Those are weird things that could cause markets to shift in one direction or another at a high rate of velocity, right? And that's kind of what I am waiting to see at this point. I am just, again, like y'all, I'm on the roller coaster. I'm riding it up and down. I don't know with conviction what it's going to do. So that's why I just keep picking up, man. I just keep picking up little pieces of silver. I'll buy something that I want. I'll pick up a couple little extra add-ons, right? This is the, I've gotten about 25 of these half-ounce silver coins. And the reason I'm buying these is because if there is a world where silver goes to $200 or $300 or $400, well, guess what? I would rather be selling and trading half-ouncers at that point than whole ounces, right? They let it go because they needed more COMEX bars. Possibly Chadwick. It's very possible. I think that's a rational idea, a rational thought, but we just don't know, right? We are in the dark with all this stuff. We're just hanging out and doing our best guesses, so to speak. But there are some good deals out there. We'll see. A lot of times, a lot of people do come into the channel. I'm seeing more and more comments where, the contrarians come in. They're like, oh, don't buy anything. It's going to get down to 60s. Don't buy anything. It's going to get down to 50s. That's fine. I'm not putting every single dollar bill that I own in my life into silver at $75, but I'm sure as heck going to keep buying. Like Kalilo bought 10 ounces today. I don't see anything wrong with that at all, because the price today is better than the price it's been for 2 months. So if you're looking to buy silver and you see a better price for something today than it's ever been in the last 2 months, I mean, why is that a bad thing? If I were in the market to buy a new F-150, and in January that F-150 were $75,000, and in March that F-150 were $55,000, I would still be pretty happy buying it at $55,000, even if 3 months later, it went down to 45,000 or something. You know, like that's my point. Like, we just don't know. You don't know. You can always sit on the sidelines waiting for a better price, but then you're not really adding to your stack. Could it pay out for you and you get to buy more? Sure. But I don't know. If you manage your money well and you are systematic with it and you know what you're doing, I don't think that you're going to get, I don't think you're going to get in too much trouble buying even what is, what could be going down. That's kind of where I'm at. But it's also okay if you're somebody that says, you know what, I'm not comfortable with these prices. I totally respect that. Oh, also the market's opened while we were having this discussion. I totally respect anybody who says, you know what, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and I'm going to just wait. Maybe you don't have a ton of disposable income that you're willing to throw, or maybe you do and you just want to accrue it into a mass so that you can hit your target number and buy. Again, everybody has a different plan. You can't tell everybody what to do. There's no person out there that can tell every single person exactly what they should do with their money and what would be the best play, because we're all trying to predict what the future is going to be like. And I do think, though, in 20 to 30 years, these conversations today may not have nearly any relevance, and they might, they won't be predictive of what the price is going to be. But I do think that the price of silver and gold in 20 or 30 years relative to the United States dollar is going to be higher than it is today. Because we're going to continue to print money. We're going to continue to bail out banks. We're going to continue to have financial crises that need an injection of liquidity. We're going to continue to reduce interest rates, making borrowing money easier. I think all those things are going to be true. So therefore, if I think that those things are going to be true, it's natural that the price of assets will probably continue to follow in that trajectory as well. Market is open here. Market is open. We've got another soft start to the day, flat. Again, there's just not much volume. Really, until we get the Shanghai opening up, it doesn't seem like we're going to get too much volume here. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Nice tab. What do you mean? You're saying nice to person. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, to person, you pick up 3 grams of gold today. Nice. Yeah, I got 2 grams. Actually came in today. Down here in the bottom right, you can see I had 2 grams of gold come in today. One from IGR and one from Istanbul Gold Refinery, which is cool. I never had one of those, so that's kind of neat. And then I purchased yesterday. I actually closed the deal on a 5-gram piece of gold. So I've got another 5-grammer on the way as well. So I'm happy about that. I'm just slowly accruing. It's interesting. The fractional gold is just such a weird thing because, like, it's affordable, right? You buy a little bit at a time. Maybe it's a couple $100. If you're going really small, if you're going down to the 1/100th and stuff, you can buy them for $50, stuff like that. So that's kind of nice. So you buy these really fractional pieces, and the next thing you know, you're adding up your inventory. And it's become an ounce, and then it's become 2 ounces, then it's become 3 ounces, then 4 ounces, right? It just keeps going and going and going. It's pretty cool. And you don't feel like you're ever breaking the bank. You don't feel like you're going broke or you're stretching yourself thin, or that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't feel like you're gonna have to like sacrifice on eating meat this week because you bought gold in fractionals. Whereas if I were out there buying 1 or 2 ounces at a time, man, I'd be like, dang, did I really need to spend that? Like, what else could I have done with that money? Now I get to kind of divide it up a little bit more evenly amongst all the different assets that I want. But the number one asset I still invest in is the actual stock market. I still do believe in the stock market. Paulo, what's going on? Paulo, how are you doing? I've been collecting scrap metal for a long time. All the money I make, I buy silver and gold. Oh, that's cool, Paulo. So do you have like a scrap dealer near you, like someone that buys scrap? And like, how do you get it? If you don't mind sharing, like, do you go to like businesses that are like shutting down or are throwing things out, and you just ask them if you can take it off their hands? Do you go on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and just sort of like buy old metal equipment and stuff and just for really cheap and then scrap it? Like, what's your strategy for getting scrap gold or scrap metal? How do you obtain it? And I think I would do that too if like one of the houses that I'm looking at buying has like this really large like 3-bay workshop garage, and I was thinking to myself, man, if I had something like that, I could build a wall on one section of it, right? And a door. And that could be like where I like secure a lot of that type of equipment and stuff. You know, like if I wanted to like scrap copper and aluminum and all that kind of stuff, zinc, kind of like think about if you guys, any of y'all watch Big Stack D, Big Stacked or Big Stack D, he does a lot of like recycling of equipment. And his like channel inspires me because like I want to build sort of my own little vault room where I can like display like some of my stuff. And I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about when I hear somebody said that they collect scrap metal and they turn it in for gold and silver. I would imagine myself having some big, huge thing like that I could store it all and do and have fun with it. It'll be cool. Maybe be cautious about investing with silver mining stocks in Mexico or any location which may be considered a risk due to potential cartel interference. Lesson learned with Vizsla Silver Corp. Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. Oh, that's not a bad idea to person. Like you've got like a little truck or a trailer or something, and you just tell people, hey, you know, hey, I'll haul it for a fee, just to get their junk out of their house or whatever, or out of their, you know, land. And then yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. And then you just cut it all down into like sizable chunks. Yeah, good call. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Chadwick with all the individual mining stocks, but yeah, absolutely. If you're ever talking about a stock, just be very, very cautious. Do your due diligence. Look into their financials. Look into their, you know, their geopolitical climate and all that kind of stuff, and just do the best with your decision that you can. Do the best that you can. I go around and just collect everything that people throw out as junk. A lot of copper, a lot of stainless steel, a lot of aluminum. That's a great idea. I bet you, Paulo, if you find out like in where I live, they designate specific days to hauling like junk, like so people can throw out like couches and chairs and refrigerators and microwaves, all that kind of stuff, right? Whatever they got, sewing machines, I don't know, bikes. You're probably right onto something like that. If you just drive around those neighborhoods, they're throwing it away anyway. Find out what date that is, and then you just drive through the neighborhood and you load up your truck with all their crap, you know, old batteries, all that kind of stuff, and then haul it back, recycle it. That's not a bad idea, man. That's probably a smart way to generate some income, especially, you know, in a tumultuous job market where really, really smart, intelligent people and hardworking people are losing their positions, being laid off, and like having trouble getting a job. That's actually a really great idea. Just go around and collect as much stuff as you can and turn it in and recycle it, get some value out of it, and then, you know, make ends meet. It's also a really smart side hobby. Yeah, good idea. Let's see. I buy every 2 weeks, even if the price is high or low. It doesn't mean you need to back up the truck. I've loved collecting coins as a kid. People call me a neat, but now I'll call you a nerd maybe. But now, who is laughing? Love every piece I have. Yeah, awesome, Marty. Yeah, everybody's got a different way of stacking, right? And it's cool. That's one of the most fun things I've had about this. Like, so I guess you can call it hobby or lifestyle or whatever. Is one of the things I love about it. Also, thanks for the last 2 subscribers there, Vernon Williams and somebody with characters and a name I can't pronounce. I apologize, but thank you both for subscribing to the channel. But I just enjoy seeing what other people talk about, and it kind of gets you to go down rabbit holes, right? I'll hear about something really awesome that people are buying, and I'll be like, okay, I want to learn about that. And then you start learning about it, and you're like, okay, I want to pick up a couple of these for my own collection. And then you get them, and you like really enjoy them, and all of a sudden, you know, what started out as I'm going to pick up 1 or 2 pieces becomes, I want to get every one of a series or every one of a certain date. I mean, that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me with these Queen's Beast. If you don't know, is that one of them was gifted to me for Christmas. It was the first one I ever owned of the Queen's Beast. And I was like, you know what? I went down and I learned all about them. I learned how they released, you know, so many per year for a series, and how they, you know, have the Queen's Beast and the Tudor's Beast, and there's 1 ounce, 2 ounces, and there's platinum and gold. Like, so I went through the rabbit hole. I learned all about it. And now I'm trying to like complete this entire Queen's Beast collection, right? Same thing with American Silver Eagles. Like, there's only so many dates that they were issuing them. So like it's actually feasible to go out there and find MS70s of every single date. I think a gentleman named If You Know, You Know. I think he goes through and he's trying to get MS70s of every single date of the American Silver Eagle, right? There's just so many cool things that people do that can just make stacking more fun And it makes stacking, I don't know, just something beyond just how much wealth can I get out of this stuff, right? Um, and then you don't have to worry about the price. You don't have to look at the price every day or every hour or every 5 seconds to see what, has it gone up a percent? Has it gone down a percent? Do I need to react to it? Do I need to, do a Twitter post about the price of silver or something? Like, no, just relax, enjoy your silver, buy what you can, stack what you like, and if your likes and needs change, just change it. It's okay. Like there's no, there's no true cardinal sin. I made a joke in my little, my poll up here. What's the cardinal sin? What are we at here? Selling silver, discussing silver price drops, cleaning silver coins, or giving away silver. Obviously, some of these are like, goofy, but yeah, there's no right or wrong, man. We're all in this, just hanging out, doing the best that we can. No big deal. I've been enjoying Scottsdale Mint. Yeah, I've got a lot of Scottsdale Mint too. It's a good mint for sure. Very good mint. I like what they're doing. I'd like to don't have the equipment though. Yeah, I don't think you need too much equipment. I think you just probably need a furnace and then I have, what are those called? Graphite? I think they're called graphite molds, but I have 2 of them for coinage, and I melted down my own coinage. Like this, I think this is it right here. I'll pull it out real quick for you. 1 second, let me open up this bag. Now this is not silver. This is pewter. I was practicing with pewter, trying to figure out what I needed to do, and not to, go broke trying to do it. But yeah, so like you can go out there and do this kind of stuff. Right here. So yeah, like if you had the right furnace, you could take your 925 sterling silver or whatever you got, or 90% silver, and you could melt it down into like your own little coins and rounds, and then you just stamp them. I've got my entire stamp set. I just go through and you stamp these things and have fun with them. And like I've got a whole bag of these things. And I can imagine that'd be pretty fun, to just get old jewelry cheap from thrift stores or whatever, finding it wherever you can buy it and melting it down into your own coinage. Yeah, why not? Good idea. Good idea. You have a 10-ounce APMEX silver bar. Sweet. OC stacking. Nice. I'm just watching the market right now because I'm planning to buy a couple 5-ounce bars. Well, what are you waiting on, Paulo? Like what's your price target that you're waiting to determine if you're going to buy it or not? Some people like it just might be simply as like, hey, I've only got, $500, right? If you've only got $500, like, and you want to get to maximum bang for your buck, sure, maybe you wait for a little bit, some digits to go down, but we just never know what's going to happen. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know, at least. Maybe other people do. I don't. Don't buy so much as silver. Don't buy so much as a silver round unless you are willing to hold on to it for a decade plus. Stacking is not a game for the impatient or greedy. Yeah, Dr. Detroit. Yeah, well, that's welcome. I'm not sure who was here for the first, 30, 40 minutes, but that's essentially, that was essentially the theme of what we were talking about. Is we're just talking, man. We're just enjoying silver. It's just a part of your lifestyle. It's just a part of your finances. It's not the end all be all. It's not going to, it shouldn't, the price going up and down shouldn't change how you live your life. If it is, you're probably too invested in it or too emotionally attached to it or something. You're too dependent on it, and you don't want to be. Right? I don't think you want to be. That's why I diversify across all sorts of asset classes, so I don't have to like worry as much. You like those, Juliet? Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I was just learning how to do it with a cheap metal. Those technically those do have silver in them, by the way, because the pewter that I bought was it had silver and copper in there as well. So it technically has a small fraction amount of silver in there. Who knows? I probably ended up throwing away all the silver because it probably didn't melt and it probably got thrown out in my slag or something for all I know. Yeah, I appreciate it, Marty. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I've been focused more on the lives. I do need to make some videos. I keep saying I need to make videos, but I get more enjoyment out of my day doing a live stream and in live interaction in the moment of when this is relevant than dropping a video and then a week later, like it's just, I don't know. It's like, does it really stand the test of time? Does anybody going to go back and watch it? If they're not going to watch my videos, then why not just do it live? You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. Right now they're selling at 110 an ounce. That's Canadian dollars. Yeah. The old Canuck. And that's why I'm waiting maybe by Friday. Okay, so you got a plan to kind of wait till about Friday, Paulo? Okay, Gotcha. Well, I hope you get what you need at the right price. I really do. I think I don't know what the price is going to be, so I just kind of buy what I can and what I enjoy. That's why we picked up this stuff. Here we've got that first day of issue MS70. I got this just today. Like when we started the live stream, this arrived. My wife gave it to me, so I checked it out. This is a beautiful coin. First day of issue MS70, 2026 Silver Eagle. So we just picked that guy up. Couple gold grammars, and then this was received as a giveaway win, which I'm really cool about from paying stockpiles. But yeah, this is a 27 BC to 476 AD, a genuine Roman Empire bronze coin. How cool is that? So that's sweet. I'm gonna get that up there in the display. Yeah, silver's fun, man. I don't know. It can be fun, right? Like it doesn't have to be so. Why? Is it the Joker from Batman? Why so serious? Like we can enjoy this stuff, right? Are we allowed to have fun and just enjoy stacking? I don't know. Am I really muted? I hope not. Sorry if I am. We will see. Making videos is fun. Yeah. If you really like it, it's just a tool in the toolbox. Plenty of other options, but it's shiny and ethereal. Yeah, exactly, Kalila. Exactly. Right on, my stacking warrior friend out there. But yeah, took you 17 hours to upload a 28-minute video. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's like you're sitting there like, I guess this video will come out tomorrow, guys. I'll see you later.
Stay a while.
That's funny.
Listen.
To Burson, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you coming back and subscribing as well. Love the protection finish RCM puts on maple leaves to prevent milk spotting. Oh, I didn't know about that, Chadwick. I need to learn about that. I had no idea that they put a protective finish on their stuff. So yeah. Guys, I don't really have much more for you tonight. Just wanted to, I don't know, sometimes I think every now and then we need to have this kind of a conversation, right? We need to have that conversation that says, hey guys, it's just silver, it's just stacking. Take a breath, relax, enjoy what you're doing. Don't fret over the details so much. If you want to pick up something, go pick it up. If you don't want to pick it up, don't pick it up. It's no big deal. Roadkill, what's up, my man? Gen X Silver Stacker, dude, welcome back. It feels like it's been too long since I said hi to you. Thanks for coming in here. But yeah, keep on stacking, guys. Have fun with it. Enjoy what you got. I agree with whoever it was earlier that said, hey, if it's a 10+ year thing, it don't matter. Which is where I'm at with everything. It's 10+ years. It's 20+ years, really, for me. It might be longer. It might be 50+ years for all I know, depending on how old I survive. As long as I have my wits about me, I don't mind going as long as I can. But we'll see. But yeah, it's just there. It's just there. It's something to put my money into. That's much better than putting my money into alcohol or food or other frivolous things that are going to just disappear as soon as I spend the money. That's kind of what I'm doing it. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic, wonderful day out there. Thanks for all the subscribers and the channel members and the super chatters and all that kind of stuff. You guys rock. I hope that you guys get something out of these little conversations. And, we will do more technical analysis and charting and predictions of prices and all that stuff over time. Greg Olson, my man, what's going on? Anyway, that's all I got. And have a wonderful evening. Have a great week. And I will catch you guys the next time we go live. And have a great one. Peace. Bye-bye.